Oh, apparently I decided to start streaming. The Super Low Pursuit. I'm going to do the Org 13 challenge event. Try to bust them all out. And in the background, I put on the newest Final Fantasy Union podcast. If I ever get this damn thing going. There. Hey, Cortana. Play.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the 158th episode of Kingdom Hearts Union. I'm your host Brandon, and I'm here with Churro.
I'm very exhausted. It's been long. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been, busy with not just work, but personal life and all that. So I'm sorry I missed the last couple of podcasts. Especially during the times where there were some juicy news coming out of it.
Yeah. Well, no worries. We got some more juicy news to talk about this episode.
Sorry.
I will say no. I got some juicy news in my personal gaming life related juicy news.
Ooh, do tell.
I got a new gaming console. I
think it is?
It might be. I got an Xbox One X!
Why?
Yes, and not only did I get an Xbox One X, but I got a Japanese Xbox One X. I am probably the only human in existence to have a Japanese Xbox One X.
But you still haven't answered the question. Why?
Oh, so the answer is... So I have two reasons. First reason is Red Dead Redemption 2 just came out, and turns on Xbox One X, Red Dead Redemption 4K.
Wow.
Whereas on PlayStation 4 Pro, still great, still above 1080p, but it is running at the vertical resolution is 2160. I believe, yeah, 2160. That's the vertical resolution. It's the same vertical resolution as 4K, but the horizontal resolution is not supposed to be 3260. I don't even know. The horizontal resolution is 1920. Just like a 1080p resolution. So basically, the resolution you get on PS4 Pro is actually half of 4K. But for the remaining pixels, what they do with that is they do checkerboard rendering to use, several frames jittered together to make a full 4K image on PS4 Pro. So what that ends up giving you is it's going to be a picture that's better than 1080p, but a little bit blurrier than what you would get in a native 4K presentation. So I figured, you know what? I got a pretty cool TV, like literally probably one of the best TVs you can get right now, OLED TV. Might as well get something that's really, gonna put it through its paces. Something nice. So that's why I got it initially. The other reason is, sure, I got a sneaking suspicion.
What's that?
The Kingdom Hearts 3 might run best on Xbox One X. What?
Yeah.
I believe it. But like everybody's all, now down with the Xbox when it comes to Kingdom Hearts.
I know, and I get it, and I get not wanting to play not wanting to play Kingdom Hearts 3 on an Xbox One X controller. I get that, but here's my thing. I'll put on my tinfoil hat. We're gonna get into conspiracy theory territory. Why I think it's gonna run best on Xbox One X, despite Xbox not really being a thing out here. So, at Microsoft's E3 2018 presentation, what game did they happen to have there before Sony? Bum, bum, bum. They had Kingdom Hearts 3. They
Yes,
also,
they did.
yeah, they also had Dead or Alive, or not Dead or Alive, Devil May Cry 5, which sort of tells me that Phil Spencer made true on his word, because he said a while back basically that he did a tour around Japan visiting several Japanese studios trying to secure deals.
So
I think this might have been one of those deals. He also said something to the effect that, and things are gonna look best on Xbox One X, just like this next title, and then showed Kingdom Hearts 3.
I guess that's gotta be reversed.
That's one of the
That
things
was
that
a
I
big
believe.
surprise.
Yeah, that's one of the things that makes me believe that. Although we never even talked about this, but according to Digital Foundry, the E3 trailers happen to run at a native 4K. What? Native 4K? And E3 trailer? Yes, sir. Native 4K. And what I think is, my sneaking suspicion is, the native 4K footage comes from either an Xbox One X or a PC. like a debug build. On a PC.
The Xbox. I don't doubt it, because the Xbox One X is actually a powerful machine. So.
Oh yeah.
Of course it's gonna run. Better than a PS4 Pro.
Yeah, and it's not even like a secret why. The Xbox One X literally costs like $100 more than a PS4 Pro. That's first. It's $100 more. It also came out later, like by several months. So there is no secret why this console is a more powerful console. It's definitely a case of you get what you pay for. Like, this is not like, this is a matter of fact. And it's not a matter of, just snake oil or whatever. This is a legit thing. You can see it. It does look better.
I don't.
But the only thing I would say, just to caution people out there, if you do not have a 4K TV, don't bother. There's no point. Unless you have a 4K TV, don't bother. And even if you do have a 4K TV,
just do that.
Unless you have a real ass 4K TV, don't even bother. And what I mean that is, there's actually Churro, I don't know if you know this, but there are these TVs out there that we in the okay. Not 4K. These TVs have this technique called 422 pull down or something where basically
8.5
it does have
Sorry.
a normal 4K amount of pixels on the screen.
I'll probably get downvoted on this
but
video.
only for luminance. That means for black and white. For color data, it is still 1080p. And they just blend the 1080p color over top of the 4K black and white. That is 4K. That is the kind of TV I had prior to the current TV that I have, which is true 4K. So I would say, just as a fair warning, if you got a 4K TV as a steal, as a good deal, there is a high chance you do not have a real 4K TV. Just saying. PSA.
You heard it here, folks.
You heard it here. So just letting you know. So if you have one of those TVs, or if you have an older 1080p TV, I would say personally, don't even worry about it. Stick with your base PS4. Maybe not base Xbox One. Man, the base Xbox One has not aged well. It does not look good. So, just fair warning. Anyway, let's move along. For you new folks, Kingdom Hearts Union is part of the podcast series called Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts Union, and is presented by the Gaming Union Network. We release every Tuesday, rotating each week with Final Fantasy Union, and we come out on the iTunes Store, KingdomHeartsUnion.com, and
Kingdom Hearts Union's Twitter, which is @KHUnion.
And we have a 2-segment show today. We have news and we have questions. In the way of announcements, as always, if you guys like the show, you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/FFKHUnion. And our Patreon executive producers are as follows. We have Blue Machine, who is @Blue Machine on Twitter. Joseph Robertson, who is @PokemonTrainerJ. Louis James, Keith Field, who's at the Mighty Keith, Nahiko Blaui, Billy Jackson, who's at _Jackson, Barry Norton, who's at Nortron Zero, Mike, Chris Morales, Ishbel Ayala, who's at Red Beppers on Twitter, Eric Decker, who's at Choco Taco, Vitanitas, Michael Graham, and Churro, if you could take these last ones.
We got Rob Porter at SportyBird21, Thorn Bullet at Massacre23, Tobias Kepi at The Tobias Kepi, Zach Duranto at Z Duranto58, Tori Patrick, Chris Pope at Dr. Pope181, Miles Ribbon, Muhammad Payam, David Calero, Rachel Casterson at Ubra Yoon Ray, Mike Shirley Donnelly at Curious Quail, Zelda Phone at H-Type Novels, and Darren Matthews at Doomster73.
And be a part of the show. Send us your questions to khuquestions@gmail.com. And the Deep Dive stream continues onward. We are at Twitch TV/KHUnion. Our next stream will be... Oh man, I didn't even update the outline. It's going to be on Friday, the November 9th at... I don't even know what time it's going to be at. Probably 8 p.m. Eastern time. For real this time, though. Because I think, didn't you guys just have daylight savings? Or not daylight savings, standard time come back?
That's tonight.
Oh, this time. I don't even know anymore. This whole time zone difference thing is confusing for me. But okay, so probably 8 p.m. Eastern time, November 9th. Be there, or B Square NX. Last stream, though. Oh my goodness. So, the stream prior to this, we started Aqua. This last stream, we finished Aqua. I did it in 2 streams. It was not easy, but we did do it. But, there's not do the secret episode. Uh-oh. So, the plan is, next stream, we're gonna do Recoded. We're moving on. We're gonna watch Recoded, knock that out 1 stream, Recoded, 1 and done. But this is gonna be our Recoded Endurance stream. Maybe for that one I should have like a face cam and just be like all my cringes. Can I make it?
Yeah, you'll make it. You'll be fine.
Oh man, can I make it through this movie? So we're gonna do that. After that, we are in full-blown Dream Drop Distance mode. HD version. We're gonna knock out Dream Drop Distance. Once we've gotten through that, then I was thinking maybe we should do back cover.
Excuse me, sorry.
Because I know 0.2 should probably come after that, but I was thinking doing back cover instead. Because you remember, Churro, how we were like really complaining really bad how the intro of 0.2 is literally just a spoiler from back cover and has absolutely no purpose. So let's just watch back cover. Because it doesn't matter.
Sounds good.
So, okay, so Dream Drop Distance, back cover, and then for the last stream, I guess, what it's going to be is we're going to do the Birth by Sleep secret episode, which technically is 0.1, and we're going to do 0.2. Knock it out. All in one shot. Because, like, I checked online, the secret episode's only, like, 40 minutes long. Like, it's not that long. And then back cover, like, that's, like, what, 3 hours? So, you know, put that together, it's about 4 hours. That's a stream. That's a normal stream length. So, we'll do that. And that'll be our last Kingdom Hearts game that we need to do to get us ready for Kingdom Hearts 3. So hopefully that we can accomplish that all in good time. So yeah, definitely be there November 9th. That'll be the next stream. We'll do a 1 and done on Recoded, and then move on to Dream Drop Distance. I gotta say, Churro, personally, out of all the games that, you know, are being played through this live stream series, the one I have been waiting to play the most has been Dream Drop Distance. Because I feel like that game has some of the
Kingdom Hearts.
/ possibly most underrated gameplay in the series.
Hold on a second.
And then also the best / probably underrated story.
I think it's selected the wrong episode.
It's some of my favorite. Like, that game definitely is, originally a handheld game. But if you look at the story, it doesn't care. It doesn't act like it's just a handheld game. That thing acts like it's a full-blown sequel to a Kingdom Hearts game. And that's because it is. Just like Birth by Sleep story acts like it's, a sequel to the series.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm not...
Notice I said sequel and not prequel.
For some reason.
Birth by Sleep is not a prequel.
Alright, try this again.
You have to play...
There we go. I don't know why it selected that episode.
Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 184 of Final Fantasy Union. I'm your host Daryl, and I'm joined again by Lauren.
Hi guys.
She's back.
I realized. They're talking about Kingdom Hearts.
Hopefully to stay.
Hopefully,
maybe.
Fingers crossed.
I know it's been weird just having it being a one-person show.
And you came back at a rather apt time.
I know. Let's hope that we can keep the anger or keep the feelings down about what's going on. But
I can imagine there's going to be a soapbox, and Lauren's going to be standing there at some point.
I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try to rein it in.
Well, I guess it depends how I guide your conversation, isn't it? Because there are certain topics where you will definitely get triggered.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because you know what happened?
What happened?
Bada has quit Square Enix.
Shocking. Like, utterly just... I remember I woke up at 4 to feed Lizzie, and I just looked at Facebook and I just saw everybody freaking out, and I had to wake up Daryl because he was asleep, and I was just like, Tabata's just left.
And I, in a very drowsy way, just said, what?
It's like I do this to Daryl occasionally where I find like very shocking news in my early morning stupor.
It was the kind of stuff, I mean, Tabata quitting was just the tip of the iceberg, and we'll get on to a lot more of it in the actual discussion, but it was the kind of thing where you're just like, is this actually happening? Because it just seems so far-fetched and unlikely.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know, it was just stunning.
Yeah, no, I'm officially shocked. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, we'll get on to it, but yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be our main discussion today. We've got a couple of small news updates, but primarily we're going to be focused around the Tabata quitting and the repercussions that that's had on the wider business and the projects that they were working on. For you new folks who are listening for the first time, Final Fantasy Union is part of a podcast series called Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts Union, and it's presented by the Gaming Union Network. We have a new show every Tuesday working with Kingdom Hearts Union, and we come on the iTunes Store as well as FinalFantasyUnion.com.
I'm sorry this video is such a shit show, but I'm going to pause the stream really quick to be back.
Starting with Blue Machine.
Apparently my
Blue
cold's
Machine.
kicking in.
Lewis James.
Nahi Klabawi.
Very
Alright, sorry about that. I know this is janky even for my channel, but... Alright, back to it. Hey, Cortana! Clay!
Casterton at Urban Young Ray.
Zelda Clone at Apes Type Novels.
Darren Matthews at Doomster73.
Joseph Robertson at Pokemon Trainer J.
Keith Field at The Mighty Keith.
Billy Jackson at _Billy Jackson.
Mike.
Ishbel Ayala at Red Peppers.
Vitanitas.
Rob Porter at Squirty31.
Tobias Cappy at The Tobias Cappy.
Tori Patrick.
Miles Ribbons.
David Calrow.
And Moki Saisif at Mokimon S.
Yay! And actually, Moki is a new Patreon supporter, so welcome!
I really like their name. Mokimon. It's so cute.
Okay, so main topic today. Tabata has quit Square Enix. But that wasn't actually the main thing they started off with. So, set the scene here. We know that, we knew that they were working on 4 new pieces of DLC for Final Fantasy 15. We also knew there was a expansion for Comrades, a standalone version that was coming out. And they kind of said that they were working on some other small projects for 15. They've alluded to stuff in the past. And so when they announced that they were doing a stream on the eve of the 2nd anniversary for the game's release, everyone was expecting to hear more stuff around the DLC, right? Because we've heard very little around it, apart from when they announced it. We obviously knew the 4 going to be endings and things like that, but we didn't really know that much about it.
No, we didn't have any screenshots, nothing, no character art, like just nothing going on.
So, off the bat, it was a bit strange. Obviously, in the past, they've done the actual time reports. It's generally been Tabata and Fuji-san. And the Fuji kind of started things off by saying that it was not really an anniversary celebration, it was more of a special broadcast. And because of that, they were going to be, it was pre-recorded, it wasn't live. And the first thing to say is that we've got 2 announcements to make. Announcement number 1 is that episode Lunafreya, episode Aranea, and episode Noctis have been cancelled. And I mean, like the chat on the live stream was just everyone just going mental.
Yeah.
Because it's like people have invested so much into this game, and then they were doing this additional content to really give back to the fans who had stuck with it.
What are they going to do about this? Has this to do with DLC price?
No.
Like, have people bought it at all?
No, they didn't.
So would this change the price of the next season pass as well?
Next season pass now.
Well, I mean, for artists,
It's just one standalone episode.
It'd just be a standalone episode.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, so yeah, it's like it was just mind-boggling. And then they said, no, right, just so you're clear, we're still working on episode Ardent. That's going to be coming out on in March 2019. But it was the reason why it had been cancelled that they went on to. And there's kind of different aspects of it, and Tabata quitting is one aspect of it. But on the stream, they actually announced Tabata quitting after they explained why the DLC had been cancelled. And the reason they gave is that, if you remember, DLC, they said that obviously they wanted to work on a new IP. This was been announced, right? They were working on a new IP, and that they were not too sure how they were going to manage their time, and they had basically figured out a way that they could work on the new IP and they could work on the DLC without any of the schedules being impacted or schedules being impacted at all, and the board was okay with that. Well, it turns out the board wasn't okay with that, because just before the live stream they put out a statement saying that Luminous Productions has lost $33 million since it opened, and that they are forcing the studio to change strategy to leverage its strengths working on AAA games. Now, as far as we were concerned, they were already working on a AAA game, and they were working on the DLC as well, and I know that Tabata said they were working on small side projects to try and bring revenue in. But the 33 million basically suggests that everything they were working on, apart from episode Ardent, has just been canned, completely scratched, and now everything they're going to be doing moving forward is completely new. So it's like, how did that situation come about? Like, how do they greenlight all these DLC projects and the IP that they were working on, and then suddenly just go, no, actually, we need you to focus on this instead. Can you just stop everything else you're doing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we always sort of thought it was a bit weird that they came up with the additional DLC anyway. Like, we always thought that that was a strange thing, a strange direction for them to go, just because it meant that Final Fantasy 15 was just going to go on for ages. So, I mean, I'm kind of relieved, but I didn't want it to be at the cost of Tabata.
Yeah, because, I mean, so right after they announced all this stuff about the DLC being cancelled, the reasons why, that, yeah, it's that the Square Enix board, essentially, all the senior management, don't want them to do it anymore, which I think is really harsh on the fans. Like, the board just basically turned around saying, no, that DLC's crap, just don't make it anymore, focus on something else that's more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, what kind of message does that send out?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's true, but at the same time, the spec for what those additional DLC were going to be about, outside of maybe Arden and Aranea, like, Arden and Aranea's I thought were like, maybe those would be okay.
You mean,
Excuse me, sorry.
No, Aranea. Aranea. I thought Aranea's would be cool. Like, I thought Aranea's would be interesting.
okay.
Because I like her as a character. Lunafreya, I think that they're just pulling at straws. I think that, you know, it's a shame that she had the little story that she did, but at the same time, I think that it was enough. Like, I just don't see how they could push it any further.
Tabata had said numerous times in the build-up to the announcement that they, even after the survey went out, that they weren't going to make DLC with characters that they didn't feel they could make it for. And Lunafreya is one of the ones who mentioned in relation to that. Like, they didn't feel as though there was a story they could tell, but obviously when the fans started saying, we want more Lunafreya, they were like, oh, okay, let's see how we can make this work, I guess.
So that was the first sort of strike against it. And then the episode not just like you thought was silly.
No one asked that. That's the one they wanted to be.
Yeah, and like the happy endings and stuff. I just find that it was just, it's just too far gone.
So I guess, I mean, obviously we don't know what happened internally, so it could be that maybe they were completely behind schedule on all of them, and that maybe episode Arden was the only one that was going to come out, because
Tabata did say that he was going to take a lot of time on these so that they were good.
Yeah, but the whole point is that they sold this plan and they pitched it and it was approved, and then now it's not approved. So there must have been something that happened behind the scenes that just did all this. And obviously, Fujisan then went on to the fact that Tabata has left, resigned from Square Enix. He's gone now. He went on the 31st of October, quit not only Luminous Productions as everything to do with Final Fantasy 15, and he's done it to start up his own studio. And the weird thing is that he said that the reason he quit was so that he could start his own studio and work on a project that would actually allow him to achieve his goals. But as far as we were concerned, that's what he was doing. Like, that's the reason why he started doing this production, so that he could work on a new IP for like the first time in his life.
But as this sort of tells you what he still wasn't allowed to do it. What I'm guessing might have happened, or a possible scenario, is that he was working hard to do I think his main objective was the new IP. I think that probably was wanted to be his main focus, but they just kept pushing. They just kept pushing about the DLC.
Well, also in the other projects, I mean, like, I guess it's difficult because he basically had removed himself from 15. He wasn't really working on anything anymore. He was basically kind of acting as a producer. But Terada had taken over all the directorial duties. They said it was kind of like a much smaller crew working on the DLC. So as far as we were concerned, Tabata and all the rest of the staff were working on the new IP that he was working on. Maybe the new IP that he was working on just didn't pan out. But like he did an interview like a couple of weeks, earlier this month. Or last month, just talking about like the plan moving forward and everything they were working on. It just seems like this has suddenly come out of the blue. But obviously it hasn't, because he has clearly plans to be quitting for a while, because you don't just suddenly quit and make your own studio on a whim.
No. I think they do put a lot of pressure on them. And I think also I think Tabata is one of those people who obviously is different from the rest of Square Enix. I mean, you know, Nomura is somebody who just, for lack of a better phrase that I can think of, probably because I'm sleep deprived, he shoots his load and then he leaves. And then he just leaves it for a while, you know? Like, a lot of his announcement, the games that he announces are announced too early. Maybe they were pushing him to do something. Maybe they were pushing him to meet deadlines. just was thinking like,
Tabata.
whoa, I can't. Yeah, like I can't realistically do this.
It's just what happened. I mean, like with Nomura, like you have to feel sorry for the guy because although he does want to do the best he can,
yeah.
he's constantly put on projects. Like he's been working on a Kingdom Hearts game every year since Kingdom Hearts 2.
He does, but he also kind of.
He eggs it on
he
because he promotes it, but then like he's so stretched, and it's the same for a lot of them. Because
But he puts his hand in everything though.
But is it his choice? Because like let's say the Final Fantasy VII remake,
No.
he didn't want to be involved in that. He got told he was doing it, and he was like, okay.
Yeah.
I assumed that Katase was going to direct this, but if you want me to, then I can do that. But you realise I'm directing Kingdom Hearts 3 as well right now.
Yeah, I mean, it is probably nothing, but like the fact that, you know, whenever you look at the art books and his characters are the only ones that have like a big copyright logo on them, like it just, I think they're overusing him. Like I do think it's both parties are to blame. I think Nomura is very much, I mean, we've talked about it ages, but like that he's a perfectionist, and I think that Square Enix is scared that if they don't use him, their stuff will fail.
Yeah, because they don't really. I mean, like with Tabata leaving now, who else is like?
They have nobody to throw the crap at.
Yeah, because I mean, like
essentially.
But like, I guess the weird thing that I've been seeing is that people, like, yeah, as you said, in Japanese culture, people typically people don't quit in this way.
No.
They really have to be pushed. Like really hard. Like Sakaguchi obviously was the big, like I'd say he's the only equivalent in terms of a director quitting in big fashion. Yeah, and obviously Matsuno kind of was ushered out gradually with his illness. Uematsu left as well. That was kind of a big thing.
And their biggest thing is just that they've been overworked. Like that's been the biggest thing that sort of set people off.
So yeah, I mean like. I don't know, maybe things didn't pan out the way that Tabata thought they would. In terms of maybe he thought, I've got my own studio now.
I'll be left alone a bit.
Yeah, but apparently not. Because, yeah, they just cancelled everything he was working on. But, I mean, it's hard to say who was... Because it could be that Tabata actually made the decision. Maybe Tabata decided that he was going to quit.
Yeah.
And now Square Enix had to put out these statements and say, oh, we'll cancel these projects. And blah blah blah.
I wonder how different. Well, I mean, I know Yoko Taro is freelance, but I wonder how differently Square Enix treated someone like Yoko Taro versus Tabata with Luminous Productions.
I think it's slightly different because Taro got to make his project on the basis of Saito.
Yeah.
So Saito, I think, probably controlled him, or had a lot of sway. He was only allowed to make the project as well because he'd kind of earned that right.
Yeah.
And you think that Tabata would have earned his right to do kind of what he wanted as well.
Well, you say he kind of earned his right, but like before Nier Automata, what?
Dragon Quest.
Oh, sorry for Taro.
No, Saito.
Yeah, no, like I know with Saito, but I mean like with sorry, okay.
Yeah, Automata only got made because
Saito wanted it. Gotcha. So
yeah. So. Yeah, so it's hard to know. It could be that Tabata just decided he wanted to go. It could be that he was pushed. It could be that decisions were made that he didn't agree with. It's really hard to know. The one thing you do know is that this just looks so bad for Square Enix.
Yeah.
I mean, the PR around this, that there's an anniversary stream that was just it was like a funeral.
Yeah.
Like the first half of the stream was them just saying like, so we cancelled this person's quit. And please be excited for the future, but the future doesn't really hold much for the game. So a guy called Yuji Shinoda has taken over essentially Tabata's role as the producer of Final Fantasy XV. Terada's going to continue as the director of episode Arden. But like after that, it's just them just kind of talking about stuff like, oh, here's a teaser for episode Arden. Please be excited about it. Also, we're working on an animated feature that's going to come out as a prologue to episode Arden. And then they also really said that even though we're cancelling the DLC episode, we're still going to try and recreate them in some other form. But they just don't know what that's going to be yet.
So is it going to still go on for ages? Like, it's just weird. It's
hard to know really how to take all of this.
Yeah, I mean... in a way, like I said before, I'm a bit relieved as far as the DLC goes, because I couldn't work out how it was going to be beneficial to the game. I mean, at this point, the game has been edited enough that people have been happy with the Royal Edition. People have been happy with what was produced from the Royal Edition. There's still a lot of people who think that Final Fantasy 15 is the worst game ever, which is not really true. But, like, the people who have revisited the game feel as though it's now a solid experience with Royal Edition, the people who were a bit skeptical of it. So I just felt like these additional DLC were just a bit unnecessary.
That's the thing, they were a love letter for the fans who, and the fact that they had cancelled them, it just, as I said, it just sends like such a strange message.
Yeah.
And I think
we care about you, but we don't care.
Yeah, and so from my perspective, I think I think you would agree that Tabata was probably the shining light in the company.
Yeah.
Like, everything else that the company has been doing at the moment with regards to the Final Fantasy franchise is just kind of bland, boring. I mean, like, we don't really know anything about the remake after all this time.
I mean, Yoshi has been doing well with 14, obviously, but, like, yeah, other than that, there isn't much going on.
It's true, we do have a consistent theme of ignoring the MMOs.
I know, we have to, because, like, I mean, that's the thing, like, it's only because Yoshida's done so well. Like, that's the thing, like, he's just kind of been a steady stream. Like, he's not really faltered that much.
I think even though, I mean, you said that you've been seeing a lot more comments now around 14 getting a bit stale.
Yeah, but that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
like, but, that's gonna happen.
So what's the next thing for 14? Because really, the original 14 came out 8 years ago now.
Yeah,
the revised version was over 5 years ago now, I think. So, like, but they don't really have anything like exciting, and I thought
they might do after this next, because they're gonna have Fest hasn't happened.
I mean, in general, not the MMO.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because we have the 7 remake. Yeah, we've got expansions for Final Fantasy 14. And that's kind of it, like, on the horizon. I know that Tabata wasn't going to be working on a new Final Fantasy, he was working on IP, but even outside of that, like, A Quiet Man, their most recent IP, was just terrible.
Yeah.
It was abysmal.
Yeah.
Like, how does that happen?
I know. It is really, really, really bizarre. But yeah, no, it's just a shame, the sort of situation that they're in at the moment, and to be honest, I don't think there's any quick fixes for it. Like, I think, well, Kingdom Hearts 3 is definitely going to be beneficial for them. That's going to earn them bucket loads of money. Like, that's going to earn them so much. Once that releases in January.
15 earned them a load of money as well.
Yeah, but then after that, they sort of have a lull. Like, it's going to take them years until they can release a game that's good enough for them to make money off.
Yeah, I mean, what's the next game? Because Dragon Quest 11's been done. Kingdom Hearts 3 is just about to come out. 15 was done. They haven't announced anything else apart from the 7 remake.
Yeah.
They've got a couple of new IPs. There's the Tokyo RPG Factory stuff, maybe. There's the Babylon's, whatever it's called.
Well, they did have the recent one as well. Oh, frick, what is that? Nintendo Switch.
Octopath Traveler.
Yeah.
That's not like a AAA game.
No, but it earned them some credits and stuff. And yeah, but yeah, it's just gonna be strange. I just am really sad that this is how Tabata's story is gone, especially because, like, he's like, I see a lot of people online as well saying, like, what a horrible director they thought he was because of 15, and he's not a horrible director. Like, you say what you want about 15, like, he did his best with, like, a lot of stuff, and, like, the games that were solidly his, like, there aren't a lot of games that were solidly his in his portfolio that from Square Enix. A lot of the games that he had to do, he basically was sort of, like, raised his hand in the meeting, was just like, yeah, sure, I'll take it on, you know, like, the only game that I would say that was, like, pretty much solidly his was Type 0.
But even that had other hands in there. It took a long time to get developed. Like, the storyline completely changed. Everything about that game was a complete mess still.
Exactly.
Not through any fault of his own.
No. And then, I mean, Crisis Core is another one that he had a big hand in, and that did very well. Like, you know, it's just a shame. It's a shame that he couldn't have gotten his sort of game.
This, and I think that's why I'm the most disappointed, because what the IP that he was working with Luminous Productions was going to be his chance to really show what he can actually do with a big budget.
And also, it means that all the rumors about him working on Agnes' Philosophy is gone.
Yeah, unless he takes that with him somehow.
If he was working on it. But either way, it's just a shame. It's just a really big shame.
I wonder what he's going to do next, and I know we probably shouldn't speculate on that because it's not Final Fantasy related anymore. I mean, they may still hire him as a freelancer, who knows?
They hire everybody back as a freaking freelancer. Like, every single person who leaves that company is just like, oh yeah, I'll come back, but I'm doing freelance.
But I wonder if he's got enough of a profile to go down the Kojima route.
I don't know. I don't...
Because Final Fantasy XV was probably one of the most marketed games ever, and he did a lot to promote himself throughout all of that stuff.
But the difference between him and Kojima is the fact that Kojima's name was, like, for all the faults that Metal Gear Solid 5 had, his name wasn't drawn through the mud. A lot of people were fully aware of the fact that that was Konami's beef.
But I'm just wondering if someone like Sony would back him with a new studio, because I mean, that you see with Shenmue 3, Yu Suzuki, they've essentially allowed him to create his studio. Kojima, they've obviously done it with, and they're giving him a lot of time to make Death Stranding.
Yeah.
If Tabata can pitch a good idea, I wouldn't be surprised if a Western publisher is happy to support that and pick it up.
I really do think so. I really do. But yeah, like, I mean, the difference between him and Kojima is the fact that, like, right before Kojima left Konami, like, he threw an ultimate Hail Mary with PT.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, he left on such a solid high. Because once that got cancelled, everybody was just like, oh, what's Kojima gonna do now? Oh my god, he's still gonna work with Guillermo del Toro? That's amazing. Okay, let's buy into this game. Because, like, you know that everybody after playing PT is just like, this is just a sample of what's to come with Death Stranding.
I genuinely hope, and this is just me being super optimistic, but I really hope he can go down the Platinum Games route, because obviously when Capcom was going through its difficulties, they had a load of high-profile creators leave over the years, and a lot of them created Platinum Games. I guess it just depends how many people follow Tabata, whether or not he's still got the ambition to make AAA games, because it sounds like it, because that's always been his ambition. He wanted to make Final Fantasy 15, but not Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
And his wording again in his letter that he wrote to say that he started his own studio to make the games that fulfill his ambitions suggests to me that he's going to be working on AAA games.
Yeah, and maybe even that he has a strategy already. Like, maybe he already has something that is in the works. Like, and that's the thing as well, because he's left so abruptly from Square Enix in our eyes. Like, he may have handed in his notice ages ago. I don't know what their notice period is.
I would imagine it would be quite long, but then it must still be quite short, because like in those situations, do they want to stick
That's true. As far as, like, with salespeople, they have to get them out the door quite quickly so as to not steal anything. So they could have done the same with. They could do the same sort of thing with.
Luckily, I did pretty good on a couple of these.
But either way.
I mean, if you look at Sakaguchi was running executive for a while.
Yeah.
He obviously did the whole Mistwalker creation like a year before he even left, I think. But I mean, Sakaguchi, I'd say since he left Square Enix, he hasn't really achieved that much. He did Lost Odyssey, he did Blue Dragon, but he's gone down to working on mobile games. I really don't hope. I just hope Tabata doesn't go the same path.
How old was Sakaguchi when he left?
I don't know, like 30s.
But then, maybe not age-wise, but maybe sort of, like, achievement-wise. Like, the difference between Sakaguchi and Tabata is that Sakaguchi actually achieved what he wanted to probably achieve with that. Like, he made Final Fantasy, like, you know, like.
But then he also did want to still make AAA games. I think it became so hard for him to finance.
But yeah, there was that. But then there was also just the fact that, like, I don't think that he was I don't feel like he was totally as stressed about it. But there again, he did get a lot of good people surrounding him in the later games. Like, even though Sakaguchi sort of started it off, like, it was really sort of the movement of Ito and Kakaze and stuff with the later games that really got Final Fantasy back into the relevancy of today, like, you know,
it was kind of when he stepped away that it got big.
Exactly. Well, bigger. It got bigger, I guess. But yeah, I mean, you know, I still feel like Sakaguchi probably had a much different level as to what she was at when he left compared to Tabata.
Yeah, that's right now,
Either way.
It's just funny. I've seen a lot of memes about comparing the two because obviously Tabata and Sakaguchi got quite close. And maybe people are saying that, oh, maybe Sakaguchi planned this. But there's the other thing about, because there's the thing that people are suggesting that Tabata left because of the loss of the studio, which probably isn't true.
Yeah.
And because the losses aren't because he's left. But just Sakaguchi going, 33 million losses, that's not
Hey, Cortana! Pause!
Well, Sakaguchi, like, yelled at it.
Alright, well, that's probably it. I stream the Revolution event later today, I don't know. Kind of hoping to get out of here at some point, but they didn't plug my wheelchair in last night. Oh, sweet. I was wondering about that. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Alright, if anybody's watching this, thank you, and see you next video. Bye. Sorry it was kind of a crap fest there in the beginning.